Welcome to Julie Hyde Yoga. This is a nice sequence that you can practice during your cycle that's nice and gentle and easy on the body. So start by coming to a lying down position on your mat. Just spend a few moments here connecting to your breath, placing your hands on your lower abdomen and starting to breathe into this space. So inhaling through the nose and breathing out through the nose also. Just feel the lower back grounding down into the mat, keeping the attention on the breath. So just start to open a bit deeper into the hips, bringing the soles of your feet together and leaving both knees fall out to the side. Just allowing gravity to take over here in the legs, your thighs. And if it feels okay in the shoulders, maybe considering bringing them up over your head and letting them relax into the ground behind you. So big breath in through the nose. And as you breathe out, just soften and melt all the back of the body, the shoulders, the arms. Just making sure you're not holding any tension in the jaw. Keep the breath moving nice and easily in and out through the nose. So it's important here during our cycle that we don't move into any inversions or overstretch due to the relaxin hormone in the body at this time. So make sure everything's nice and gentle and effortless as you breathe here. Just allowing and supporting the body to cleanse naturally. You can gently bring the hands back down by your side, guide the legs back together. And just let the knees fall towards each other and the feet outside to the outer edges of your mat. Keeping the legs relaxed here. We'll start to gently bring the hands up towards the ceiling. Dropping the right elbow over the left. Wrap the arms around yourself just to give yourself a nice warm hug here. Stretching the shoulders. And then we'll move into eagle arms if that's available to you. So just double wrapping the arms, taking a few breaths into the shoulders. Starting to unravel out of this, stretch the arms up and then drop the left elbow over the right. Again, just wrapping the arms around towards the shoulder blades. Give yourself a nice hug here. Feel free to stay in this position, or if you want to go deeper into the shoulders, again, double wrapping the hands around each other. Eagle arms. Make sure there's no tension in the jaw or the neck as you breathe. Gently unravel, stretch the hands up again. And just relaxing them back down onto your side and starting to roll onto that side, making your way up to a seated position. So just move really gently and mindfully here. Really just supporting the body. Coming to staff pose, the legs extended. Start to point the toes away from you and then bring the toes to the ceiling, flexing the ankles. So just pointing and flexing here, loosening out any tightness or tension in the feet, the ankles, the legs. Start to walk the hands back behind you. Let the arms support the weight of the body. And just start to circle in the ankles. Bring the big toes towards each other, out to the side. And just going in one direction and then changing, moving in the opposite direction. So just sending the energy of the body down. Again, just supporting this cleansing process. Bring a nice deep bend into the knees here, making sure not to overstretch. Breathe in, take the hands up and over the legs, relaxing into a really supported forward fold here. So make sure the knees are bent enough that you can reach the toes. The toes are pointed up towards the ceiling. Just take a few calming breaths into the back of your body. Let the head be heavy, the back of the neck long. Breathing in, expanding the belly. Breathing out, melting and softening even further. With your next inhale, start to roll it back up. Now across the legs, just come to a comfortable seated position with the legs crossed. Take a moment to sit up nice and tall. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. Exhale, let it out the mouth. Inhale, gather any stress or tightness, and exhale, release. And again, breathe in, squeeze. And then exhale, everything relaxes and releases. Inhale now, take the hands all the way up towards the ceiling. We'll move into an open twist here. So the left hand back behind you, the right arm out in front to the right knee. So make sure not to close in the twist here, not to compress the lower abdominal muscles or the uterus. So inhaling, twisting towards the left, but keep it really gentle and open. Breathe and bring the hands back to center. Same again, opposite side. Right arm back behind you, left arm leaning on that left knee. Inhale, grow nice and tall. As you breathe out, just rotating towards the right, looking out beyond the right shoulder. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. And the breath even. Breathing in, arms reach up. And breathing out, bringing your hands to prayer position, sealing in your work so far. Just take a breath here into the heart center. Bring the soles of the feet together this time. Give yourself enough space between the heels and the pelvis. Maybe walking the legs out. Holding onto the legs anywhere you can get a grip, maybe the toes, the ankles, the shins. And just starting to bring some movement here. So bobbing the legs up and down for butterfly pose. The eyes closed. Maybe just keep the awareness into that pelvic bowl. So as you breathe, the attention, the awareness is on the space at the base of the spine. So finding a moment of stillness. And just take even more space here. Inhale, and then as you breathe out, just start to walk the fingertips forward. So this is a nice hip opening forward fold. So always introduce organic movement wherever you feel the need. Only go as far as your body will allow at this time, remembering not to overstretch or push or force into anything that doesn't feel comfortable for you. Make sure you're not holding or clenching in the jaw. And with that next inhale, slowly start to rise back up. Keep walking the hands back behind you here, soles of the feet onto the earth. Just let both knees fall towards one side. Take it back to the middle, and then same again, knees towards the right, rolling onto that hip. So just take a few more rotations here, letting the knees roll onto one side and then the other. This should just feel like a nice gentle movement into the hips. Nothing too strong. Once you've had enough, start to make your way into an all fours position, tabletop pose. So wrists under the shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And we'll move through some gentle cat-cow. So dropping the belly as you breathe in, and then rounding into your back as you breathe out. So really just taking a few moments to loosen out the spine, iron out any kinks in the back. Sometimes there can be pain or discomfort in the lower back here during this time, so it's nice to spend some time giving the attention and awareness here. So coming back to all fours, send the sitting bones back towards the heels, resting down for an extended child's pose. Come back to your breath. Right down into the lower abdomen. So we'll bring both hands and the head over towards the left side of your mat. So when you breathe in, you feel a nice expansion all the way down the right side of the body, just making space here in the torso. After the next exhale, we'll move back through the center, and same again the opposite side, walking both hands towards the right and the head too. Big inhale, feel that expansion down that left side, and every exhale, a softening and releasing down. So directing the breath down into the side body as you breathe. Going back to the center just for a moment to reset. Resting the forehead on the mat. And start to gently roll up to a kneeling position here. Just spend a moment checking in with your posture, palms facing up. Come back to your breath. Easy inhale. Relaxing on every single exhale. So we'll start to make our way into a yogi squat. So there's a few options here depending on how the hips are feeling. So we'll start to maybe come onto the balls of the feet, knees out to the side. If you've lots of room in the hips, you might be able to bring the soles of your feet onto the ground. So take your time coming into this position, maybe rocking a little bit right and left. And then we'll bring the palms together at the heart. So just seeing if you can bring the wrists in line with the elbows. Just taking a few breaths here. A nice hip opener. So again, the soles of the feet may be on the ground, or you might be right up onto the tippy toes here. You can release out of this. Drop the left arm down, right arm reaches all the way up again, a nice open twist. And same again, opposite side, right arm down, left arm reaches all the way up. Easy through the chest, the shoulders. We'll take one more time each side. So the left arm down, right arm reaches up. Feel that nice expansion through the front body. Opposite side, reaching up. Coming back to the middle, just start to walk the fingertips forward. Again, a nice hip opening, forward fold. Come back to your breath, let the head be heavy. Once you've had enough, you can guide yourself back to a seated position. Join your hands at the heart, just to seal in your practice at this time.